They told us the future was electric. But what if they were wrong? A leaked blueprint has shaken the auto world. BYD, China's electric giant, has reportedly developed an engine that doesn't run on lithium, doesn't plug into chargers, and doesn't burn a drop of fuel. It runs on water, yes, distilled liquid water. And according to one insider, this engine makes our entire EV lineup obsolete within 3 years. This isn't just a rumor. This is the hydrocore engine, an advanced powertrain that uses superheated water vapor to produce instant hydrogen inside the chamber, bypassing batteries, rare earth metals, and charging infrastructure entirely. Just hours after the news spread, over $2.7 billion in EV investments were wiped out. Tesla's supply chains are under pressure. Reports suggest BYD has been constructing a large-scale hydrogen facility in the Gobi Desert with strict security. And we're only scratching the surface. If you're ready for the real story the media isn't covering, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because you're about to witness the biggest automotive shift since the invention of the internal combustion engine. The auto industry has faced disruption before, but never like this. Not with something so simple, yet so powerful. It wasn't a press release or a keynote, just a low-resolution blueprint posted briefly on an obscure tech forum. Minutes later, it vanished. But not before it spread rapidly across private chats and online communities. What it showed didn't look like any battery. It looked like steam piping, valves, and a combustion core. At the top was a label, BYD Hydrocore Engine Vone .03 internal use only. No lithium, no cobalt, no charging ports. Just water. Spec sheets claimed a range of 100 kilometers per refill. That's not a typo 100 kilometers on water vapor, the same steam that comes out of a tea kettle. No plugs, no superchargers, no long stops. An internal BYD memo reportedly followed, marked urgent. The language was clear. Projected cannibalization of existing EV platforms. Estimated obsolescence window, 3 years. In short, BYD had just built something that could upend its own empire, along with every other EV brand. By sunrise, the impact had begun. EV-focused funds dropped billions in value. Investors rushed to exit lithium positions. Auto analysts hesitated, unable to explain what was unfolding. Chinese media outlets briefly reported on a disruptive hydrogen vapor propulsion system before revising the articles with softer wording. But it was too late. The story had spread worldwide. And here's the twist. This wasn't entirely new. In the 1980s, inventor Stanley Meyer presented what he called a water-powered car. He claimed it could drive across the US on just 22 gallons of water. He filed patents, gave demonstrations, and gained attention. But the project faded away, and many dismissed it as unproven. Now, BYD appears to be reviving the concept, only this time with advanced engineering. What they've developed isn't just hydrogen power, it's instantaneous hydrogen conversion. No external fuel cells, no bulky tanks. Their engine uses superheated electrolysis to split distilled water into hydrogen and oxygen inside the engine block just milliseconds before combustion. That means no storage, no transport, and no added risks. The system activates only when the accelerator is pressed. When idle, it cools down. It's safe, efficient, and if the data holds true, stunningly powerful. Engineers estimate a 78% thermal efficiency rate, 3 times higher than early hydrogen prototypes. A related patent describing a dual-cycle catalytic vapor chamber was briefly filed in Shenzhen in April 2025 before disappearing from public records. Some suggest it was moved into restricted archive. This technology doesn't just challenge EV makers, it disrupts the lithium industry itself. Tesla, for example, recently finalized a $10 billion deal for long-term lithium supply. What once looked like a brilliant move may now become a liability. Because if cars can run on water, lithium could quickly lose its value. Elon Musk even hinted at the scale of the issue in a now-deleted tweet. This is worse than the Osborne effect. For context, the Osborne effect happens when a company unintentionally reduces demand for its own products by signaling that something better is on the way. Except this time, it wasn't Tesla innovating, it was BYD. Tesla's entire ecosystem, its supercharger network, lithium gigafactories, and recycling systems could face obsolescence overnight. Battery recycling companies lost $1.4 billion in market value in a single Monday. Analysts stopped calling it disruption. They called it collapse. Satellite images later revealed a massive BYD facility in western China. Instead of battery storage or solar arrays, the site showed cylindrical tanks, turbine stacks, and cooling towers. Locals reported deep vibrations and loud turbine-like sounds. Elon Musk even hinted at the scale of the issue in a now-deleted tweet. This is worse than the Osborne effect. For context, the Osborne effect happens when a company unintentionally reduces demand for its own products by signaling that something better is on the way. Except this time, it wasn't Tesla innovating, it was BYD. Tesla's entire ecosystem, its supercharger network, lithium gigafactories, and recycling systems could face obsolescence overnight. Battery recycling companies lost $1.4 billion in market value in a single Monday. Analysts stopped calling it disruption. They called it collapse. Satellite images later revealed a massive BYD facility in western China. Instead of battery storage or solar arrays, the site showed cylindrical tanks, turbine stacks, and cooling towers. Locals reported deep vibrations and loud turbine-like sounds. BYD described it as a clean energy project, but leaked footage revealed internal signs labeled Hydrogen Core Reactor, Sky River Division. Analysts estimated the capacity at 5 gigawatts, enough to supply 2 million water engines annually. This was not a prototype, it was production. The project's name, Sky River. 3 years ahead of schedule, fully funded, operating non-stop. While rivals were still refining kilowatt-scale systems, BYD was rewriting the entire battery playbook. No wires, no charging stations, just hydrogen, heat, and horsepower. The ripple effect was immediate. Within 9 days, lithium spot prices plunged by 34%, the steepest drop in years. This time, it wasn't a temporary panic, it looked like a permanent shift. Lithium mines in Australia and South America halted shipments. Executives expressed concern. Chile, the world's second-largest lithium producer, even called for urgent trade talks, warning that if water-based engines replace lithium, national economic models would have to be rethought. But not everyone lost. While lithium companies fell, BYD's stock price surged 58% in just 2 days, briefly overtaking Tesla as the most valuable automaker in the world. Investors compared it to the next Apple or Google moment, but bigger. This wasn't just about cars. It was about fuel itself. The final shock came with performance tests. In Tibet, a place where engines struggle and batteries freeze, BYD's prototype was put to the test. The result? It outran a Tesla Mundo S in back-to-back uphill drag races. No battery, no charging,